So this is lesson 3.3, still on the factor theorem. However, we're going to add one other theorem to it, and it's called the integral zero theorem. And what we want to do is we want to look at a polynomial. So for example, this cubic. And is there a way that we can look at this cubic and say, oh, I know some possible factors that this could have? And stressing the word possible. So we have to have a starting point. And when we want to try to find some possible factors, we look at the constant term, which is the term without a variable. In this case, it's 6. And what I do is I look at, okay, what are some possible factors of 6? So we know that 1 and 6 multiply to give you 6, and it could be positive or negative, because two positives make a positive, two negatives make a positive. We know that 2 and 3, plus or minus, can also be 6. So if you look at that, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 possible factors that could be a factor of this cubic. Now, if you look at my factors, they're all integers. And that's why we call it, the theorem, the integral zero theorem. So we look at the last term in your polynomial, a constant term, and we look at the factors of it. Now, where am I going with this? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at all 8 possibilities and I'm going to check them. And I'm going to come up with, hopefully, one factor. Now, how are you going to find if it's a factor? The factor theorem, remember what it means. The remainder, when you sub it in, should equal 0. That's our goal. So you take the first term 1 and you plug it into the polynomial. Now you can do a lot of the algebra in your head, but I'm just going to do 1 just to show you the idea. I'm going to plug 1 into my polynomial. I'm going to get 1 minus 4 plus 1 plus 6. And when you work out this value, you get 4. So what does that tell me? That tells me that x subtract 1 is not a factor. And if it's not a factor, it's not an x-intercept. So you've tried 1. Now you're going to try -1. And you're going to do the same process. So you're going to go through the list of all 8 until you get one that works. So I'm going to plug in -1. I'm going to plug in -1, plug in -1, and when I work it out, I'm going to get -1, subtract 4 minus 1 plus 6. And that works out to be 0. And that's the one that I want, because if the remainder is 0, then I know that x plus 1 is a factor. So now I have a starting point. I know what works. And as soon as you know one that works, then you can use synthetic division to find the rest. So what makes this different from last week is that last week I told you what to divide by. Here I'm not. So you got to find one that works before you can start synthetic division. So what worked again? Just remind ourselves. We know that x plus 1 worked. And that means x equals -1. So I'm going to start off with my -1. I'm going to do my synthetic. How do you do synthetic? Reminding you, you take the coefficients of what's in front of your cubic. So I've got a 1, I've got a -4, I've got a 1, and I got a 6. You drop the 1, reminding you how to do synthetic. You multiply, you get -1, and then we add, so we get -5. And then we start the process over. So we get +5, we add, we multiply again, we add, and that 0 is the 0 remainder. This is a second confirmation that what I did was right, because I know from previous that -1 worked. So I should get a 0 remainder. Now, let's look at what we have. What are basically my factors if I know synthetic worked? So if it's -1, I know x plus 1 is my factor. These are my coefficients. So I know that's my other quotient, which turns into 1x squared minus 5x plus 6. There's my other polynomial. Now, we know that equals p of x. And I can go further because I know that this works out to be product sum, x subtract 3, x subtract 2. And if I want to find the x-intercepts, remember what we do. We set the polynomial equal to 0. So this is factored right now. We set it equal to 0, and we solve each one individually. So if I solve one each individually, I'm going to make them all of them, equal to 0. I'm going to get x equals 2. I'm going to get x equals 3, and I'm going to get x equals -1. So I have 3 x-intercepts. And then, just to remind you, 3 x-intercepts, I had 3 factors before that. And that's how you factor polynomials. You find one that works. It works if you plug it in and you get a remainder of 0, and then you do synthetic to find the other quotient.